Hola, mi compadres, buenas tardes, es Gavin Time. Es en Colorado, México, cerca de Tequisquiapan, es del día de la Independencia in Mexico. It is Independence Day. Well, actually tomorrow is Independence Day, but this is Saturday, so the partying starts now. This would be, today I believe is called the Call of Dolores, which was like the call to resist. It was like the 1810, I believe, and that would have been the call to arms against the Spanish. Hey everybody, see you in there, everybody pop in. Good to see you. This is the big holiday. Next to Christmas, I believe this is the biggest holiday in Mexico this weekend. You've seen people, all week I've seen people with like flags on their trucks, right? They actually take a Mexican flag and they put it across the hood. So everybody is uniquely patriotic this week. We're down here, a friend gave me some tickets down to the water park to the tequila festival. I've actually usurped the lifeguard stand right now. There's my buddy Titus. Say hi, Titus. Say hi to the friends at home and abroad. Hola, say hola, buenas tardes.
Hola.
Buenas tardes. No. So good to see you all. Just thought I'd do a live stream. Haven't done a live stream this week. I'm actually working on some vlogs and stuff, so stay tuned. Probably early this next week, hopefully, for a new Exile show. Just actually moved into a new house. The house we were in was temporary because it was too small for the family, all right? So got into a new house this week and getting the office set up, getting things organized. You know, it goes up and down. It's always busy. I am feeling better the past few weeks, so I've been fairly productive. But yeah, this is Independence Day in Mexico, and Little Woody, I think you're right. There's a lot of Central American countries that, as I understand it, kind of declared independence from Spain around the same time because, well, we won't go into all the history of that. It would take too long, and my brother Nathan's way better at the history of that anyhow. But good to see you all, guys. Shout out to everybody in the prison camp of the USA and those abroad, and to our auditors and our prisoners. Thinking of you today, from Jeff Winehouse to Schaefer Cox to Bow to everyone else. So anyways, people are just having a good time out here doing their thing, dancing, playing. There's not a ton of people at the water park. It's actually very mild today, very small crowd so far, which is really nice. I think it's because it's a little more expensive today because they're having a tequila festival. Because when I walked in, they gave me a glass of tequila, so I'm moderating myself because I don't get drunk. I sip a drink now and then, but I like to keep my wits about me. But yeah, me and Titus here, we've taken over the lifeguard stand and we're just observing the pool here. So I guess we're the semi-official lifeguards right now. But so far, I mean, you have a water park where people bring their kids and listen to music and drink tequila and then go swimming. What could go wrong? It's Mexico. No, that's why we're just gonna keep an eye. We look out for each other here in Mexico. So Mexican Independence Day, big holiday down here. It's interesting because people are patriotic in Mexico. I've noticed this week a lot of patrioticness, but it's not this constant flag-waving nationalism that basically says we do what the government says and we obey and we worship the police and we worship the veterans. That's not how they are in Mexico, and I think that's why they have so much more freedom here. It's not that government's not still corrupt. It's that people, they don't idolize the government. They don't look at the government as their savior. And that is super important to freedom. So it's just interesting, just the difference in dynamic, the way people respond, right? We walked into the water park and it's kind of a special event today, right? And there were security guards there and they wanted to look in the bag. And I'm just kind of, Saunders like, they want to check the bag. And it's private property, I get it. But I don't like people searching my property, right? We just have our towels and stuff in there. But they probably wanted to make sure we weren't bringing our own liquor in. I don't know, whatever. We weren't, but I just said, no, it's okay. And we just kept walking, right? And not a big deal. Nobody made a big deal, right? But if I did that in the States, like security guard goons would like track me down and hunt me. And so I'm like, I do this in Mexico. And I kind of look over my shoulder like, oh, are they coming for me? Are they gonna call the cops on me? And then I realized, no, they're not. I'm in Mexico. Everybody doesn't have a psycho freak out. There's a big water slide back there. The lines are very short today. So it's very cool. This is a little bit of a random video. Just wanted to give you guys a shout out. I'm actually doing some other videos. We may do a full-on vlog for today. And I'm doing some various videos. We're gonna probably go down to Central. I'm sure there'll be an Independence Day celebration down there. Maybe I can show you guys some cultural, patriotic celebration down here. The weather is beautiful. It's slightly overcast today and probably about 75 degrees. Just a touch humid. Great day to be at the water park. And Saunders down there, the kids are down there playing. This is the wave pool, but I don't think the waves are on right now. This water park, I've showed you videos of this one before. There's the kids section, there's water slides. Heck, I don't even need to walk. I can see most of it from here. Over here, there are more pools, more slides, and then there's like a stage and stuff set up over there. I'm guessing the festivities will proceed as the day progresses and more tequila is poured. Yeah, it's cool here. This is a hot springs that runs this water park, and that is pretty freaking cool because even when it's chilly out, you can actually go in the water and get warmer. How about that? So, I don't know. Any questions? I'm not going to go long on this one. Just wanted to do a short show because I know that I've been a little lax with work and with moving this week and all that kind of stuff. Trying to get new products out over at SimeFX.com and just enjoying a little bit of freedom down here. And it's good. It's good. I will try to do some more videos throughout the day. I've got a couple of vlogs. I've got a vlog I'm working on about buying a car in Mexico. I just bought a car recently. A little sporty car that's fun to drive, I must say. Has about 240 horsepower and a little hot hatch, and it's pretty snappy. So I'm going to be working on a video with that. And thanks, Tina. Thank you all for the shout-outs in there. Glad to see you guys in here live. And yeah, if I'm downtown later, and it's really exciting, I'll try and do another live stream. I don't normally do 2 live streams in a day, but if there's something exciting enough, I will. Also, keep an eye on my Facebook page and check that out because sometimes I live stream from there. Most of my live streams these days are from YouTube, but I do live stream from Facebook.com/callmegav. And you can find me at Gavin Sime on Instagram, at Gavin Sime on Twitter, all that good stuff. So yeah, I do have various media streams. I have my other channel, which is linked from the homepage of this channel in my featured channels. And that is my photography channel because my day job is photography education and tools. And so I post photography related videos over on that one, video making, all that kind of stuff. I do some other vlogs and things over there as well. So sub that channel, my Sime Studios channel, and you can actually go to the homepage of this channel. And shout out to all of you down here in Mexico with me. I hear from people all the time that are escaping the USA since I left, and we've been doing these videos. There's just been more and more people saying, you know what, I'm out too. I'm done with living under fascism and tyrannical rule of Republicans and Democrats and blue ISIS. I'm not gonna live that way anymore. And so more and more people are escaping the new Berlin that is the USA and the wall that they're trying to build around you to keep us in. So living in exile down here in Mexico has presented its challenges, and I'm going to be making more and more videos. You can go to the main page of this channel and see lots of videos of the struggles and the things we found down here in Mexico, but by and large, much more freedom, much more liberty, and a much more welcoming people. Unfortunately, we treat them, the Latin Americans, like dirt when they come to our country, and they still treat us with kindness. And so I want to thank the Mexicans for that, and I apologize for the USA. I apologize for our abuse, for our fake border laws, for our fascism, for our abuse of our Constitution and liberty and the way that we treat you. And down here, people behave with much more respect. Even when you're auditing the police down here, they behave with much more respect because they're not psychopathic criminals that are trained to murder you on the side of the road if you question them. And so don't live under that. We don't have to live with that, but unfortunately, the Republic is gone, the USA is gone, the freedom is gone, and if you try to stand up for yourself, you'll be killed or imprisoned, like Jeff Winehouse, like Schaefer Cox, like Leonard Peltier, and the many prisoners across our nation, like Bao. And so no one to get out. And definitely, if you guys need information, one of the things we try to do down here, aside from just the videos, is personal help when people are ready to leave. We've scouted a lot of Mexico. We've experienced a lot of things. We try to be honest about what's really going on down here. But one thing, and Nathan does a lot of work on this. I got to shout out to Nathan because he's the geographer, he's the historian. Nathan knows what's going on safety-wise in most of the states of Mexico. So when people are actively looking to get out, oftentimes they send us an email via my website, callmegav.com. Is where you can find my email. And it's not like we're rich and we can, give you a house or anything like that. We just try to pass on information, guys, and help people out. So if the time comes when you're ready to get out, send us an email. We'll do what we can to share the information. And audit us anon, yeah, it is like Germany. I would compare the current state of the USA to Germany in the 30s. It's time to plan your exit before you're not allowed to exit. And I admire the people still standing up, the auditors, all this stuff. But I think it's important to understand we're not going to restore the USA because it's already gone. In the future, after it collapses and the patriotism and the nationalism and the suffering comes and the total collapse of the USA that's imminent, both financially and economically and just freedom-wise, everything. In the future, will that piece of land become something good again? Maybe. But it's really important to understand that the USA of the Constitution, the USA of all men are created equal, that's no longer in existence. And it's really important, I think, to recognize that and be realistic. It doesn't mean you don't keep fighting. It doesn't mean you don't keep speaking out and defending people, trying to get people out of prison, trying to stop blue ISIS. That's why I still speak out about it from down here in Mexico. It's just important that you understand, okay? So, and it's good. So the channel's growing. I thank you all for that. Patreon.com/Gavin Syme. More and more supporters for our vlogs and these shows and our Exile show videos. The Patreon really helps us produce the better Exile show videos. You can also become a channel supporter right here on the channel and pitch in a few bucks a month. And you can, if you just want to get notifications and you don't want to give me anything, that's cool too. Click the bell icon so you can get notified when I go live and when I post a new video. But if I see things exciting, we're going to be roaming around here using this Independence Day weekend. I'll try and do a couple live streams of exciting things I see this weekend. Here, let me get off my lifeguard stand here. I'm not actually the lifeguard, but nobody else is being the lifeguard, so I just decided to take a seat there. It's pretty chill down here. But yeah, people are out doing their thing. There's a marching band over there. Looks like they're getting ready. I'm guessing more activities will ramp up at this park as we go along. For those of you that are still in the USA prison industrial fascist nation, look, don't walk into their prisons. I don't want to give personal advice or anything like that on here, but don't just walk into the concentration camp. No one needs to walk into the gas chamber, and it's important that at some point you just say no. And sometimes patriotism and courage means walking away from the bully who has a gun at your head so you can maintain the peace. So it's good. The kids are down there playing, and it's a very nice day. A little bit cloudy. It might rain later. We're kind of in the rainy season. But the cool thing, it's different than Seattle. Usually when it rains here, it's not like it drizzles all day long. It rains in the evening. And so in the evening or at night, it'll rain, and then you get up in the morning and everything's all wet and green and fresh, but the weather is nice. So anyways, I'm not going to do a full tour around the water park. There is another video somewhere on here where I've done that. And there's not a ton going on right now because it's a fairly tranquil time of day here. But it's good. So guys, just wanted to do a quick live stream for you. I'm getting back on my lifeguard stand. All right, this is where it's at, right here, guys. Okay, everybody, have a good day. Stay safe. I know not everybody can leave today. I know that sometimes we're where God's put us, but you know what? Don't walk into the gas chamber. Don't submit. Don't just wave a flag and pretend that we're the best or that we're free. Stand up. Resist blue ISIS. Love your neighbor. And keep doing what's good, right? And I'll keep trying to address the questions on here and keep trying to put out the information. Hi, Sai.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. They're hungry. We need to go get some food, probably. Tina, yes. Officially, you should have a passport. Now, if you're in a situation of having to get out, thanks, Amir, having to get out and escape the USA for your safety, like I was, you can get out and get into Mexico without a passport. Particularly Sonora State is one of the big border crossings, and they don't really care. Most of the locals don't really care if you're legal, but and you have papers. Most of the rules and the papers and things like that you're supposed to have are Mexico's response to the U.S.'s abuse of immigration and trampling of the Constitution and requiring people to have papers to travel. And so the U.S. sponsors the Mexican government and gives them money to try and mimic what we do because it legitimizes the abuses of the U.S., and politicians are politicians everywhere. But yeah, by all means, if you're in a state where you can, get a passport. You should not have to have papers to travel, but the world is being overtaken by NWO loyalists who want to back the blue and back closed borders and back restrictions of travel. And unfortunately, even in places like Mexico that have more freedom, they're insidious and they're trying to take over everywhere. So get a passport while you can, because if in the future you're facing a problem or the government's trying to lock you in a concentration camp, they're probably not going to give you one. So get it now and have it, because it takes like under normal circumstances, it takes a couple months to get that passport processed. You don't want to be waiting until it's time to get out. Do that while you can. And even though it's stupid and you shouldn't have to have it, protect your family. Protect your family. And News Now Fort Worth, I think you did ask a question, and ask it again because I can't remember what it was. But before we wrap up, the marching band is getting going over here. It's Independence Day, okay? So, what's wrong, buddy? We're gonna wrap up here soon, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys, trying to show you. Thanks for your support. And look, I know I don't get always to answer. Sometimes when I do a video, you're okay, bud. I try to stay on topic, and so I don't always answer the questions. I see your guys' comments. I try and interact, but I also try and take and stay on topic while taking the questions. But look, if you have a specific question, email me. Don't do it here on especially if it's something important or personal or private. Send us an email, gavinforliberty@gmail.com, and we do our best to answer those questions with what we know. I mean, there's no guaranteeing things in this world. You gotta fight for freedom, and you gotta resist. You just gotta say no. I think one of the most patriotic things people can do right now is say no to the USA, say no to Blue ISIS. Because a patriot is someone who wants to... Sorry, I lost you for a second. I think I'm back. There we go. True patriotism is defending freedom for your people. And patriotism isn't waving a flag. It's not supporting the troops. It's not supporting the police. That's not what real patriotism is. That's nationalism. We got to get away from that and start calling out the real terrorists and the politicians and the enforcers that are destroying our nation. So yeah, guys, if you have questions, shoot me an email. I don't deal with typically personal questions of issues that people are dealing with on here, because this isn't a good format for that. That's not something that should be done publicly. It's not secure, and it can endanger people. So it's not a great approach. But all right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I don't want this to get too long. Stay tuned. I might do a live stream later on if we see anything exciting. Good to see you all in there. Keep standing up. Love your neighbor. Try to be free and stay safe. Resist Blue ISIS. All right, guys. Peace.